In this video, I'm going to be doing a polygel refill, infill, fill-in. I don't know, like everyone calls it something different. But the nails I'm working on are about 2.5 weeks old. So yeah, I'm just going to be showing you like how I like to do it. So I start this off by wiping my cuticle area with 91% alcohol, just to get rid of like anything that may be there, because I wash my hands before I always do my nails, but this time I was on my lunch break, so I was like, okay, like let me just get everything off, because I actually want these nails to stick for a while. Then I push my cuticles back because I don't know how much you can tell, but there's not much growth. So it's like when you don't have much growth and you do like a refill, it's kind of like, I don't know, like kind of pointless. But I was pushing my cuticles back as much as I could so that I could have something to work with. But here I'm scraping off the dead skin that was exposed when I pushed my cuticles back. So I'm going to use my cuticle bit to clean up the area even more for spots that I may have missed when scraping with the cuticle pusher tool, whatever it's called. So at this part, what I'm doing is I'm picking off where I had lifting. So I don't know if you could tell, like I couldn't really tell when I was like looking at myself filming, nor can I actually tell on this edited footage, but I had some crazy lifting. So what I was doing here was I was like picking them off with the, I think it's called a cuticle nipper, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just picking them off so that there's no air bubbles when I apply the fresh polygel over it, because I heard it can cause further lifting and it can actually get moldy, I believe. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. This is how I seen like my nail lady do it, so I'm gonna copy her. So I'm going to change to a regular sanding band, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to file over like the rough edges that I cut away, because I want them thin, because I don't know, if there's like too much of like rough edges sticking out, you'll see it under your fresh polygel if it's sheer enough anyway. So I wanted to make it like really fine so you can't tell, and I also wanted to like make sure that all the lifted parts were like completely gone. And of course you want to file off the design, the top coat, you just want to file off the top surface. I'm going in with some nail dehydrator because, like I said, I want these to stick. I don't usually do this, but I did this time. Yeah, and then after that, I went in with some base coat. But I don't apply like base coat to the whole thing. I mostly focus it on my actual nail and then just bring it up the false nail slightly. So the polygel I used for this was Model 1, so I'm going to use their slip solution, just everything in that polygel kit that I used in my last video and the video before that, and I think the video before that. So the colour I'm using is the light apricot colour. So you just need the tiniest bead of polygel. And the thing about this is, like, doing a polygel refill versus like doing an acrylic refill, oh my gosh, it's like night and day. Polygel practically does itself. Like, I don't know, like I have many horror stories of acrylic. Like, I can do acrylic, but it won't look any good. I'm just kidding. I just prefer polygel and like builder gel. But when you just put the polygel on, it kind of just like levels to like the shape of your cuticle, and then you just gotta press it on down, and that's it. It's done. Like, I don't know how else I can explain this, but as you could see, like, it took a couple of pats and that's it. I was done. But in the next finger, I'm gonna try and explain much better than this. So take 2 of explaining. So you need a tiny bead. Make sure when you place it down by your cuticle, the bead is rounded. So it makes kind of smoothing it off into every corner of your cuticle a lot easier. And then you pat it down, you swipe off any excess off the sides, and then you just like work your way up the nail, like making light brush motions towards the tip of the nail. It also sucks because you can't see my slip solution, so you don't see how often I'm like dipping into it. But when you do place a bead down, like right now, like the first bead, and then you start working off of that, what I do is I dip it in and then wipe off one side so it's like wet but not wet, because if it is too wet, you will just like smear the polygel and then it will get really sheer and it's going to look like shit, and you don't want that. So I cut out the last 2 fingers because I didn't want this video to be crazy long, but that's what it looks like when everything is done. It literally took me 10 minutes. I feel like this is probably the quickest refill I'll ever do. The actual refill part where you put the polygel on took me maybe under 10 minutes, but the whole thing, I did it in an hour. Usually my nail sets take me forever. Refill, non-refill, whatever it is, it takes me forever. But here what I'm doing is I'm just filing where I might have just put a bit too much polygel so that it doesn't look too crazy in comparison to the white, like it's not a huge apex. But whilst I'm filing, let me just get 2 things out of the way. Okay, so my right hand is done, but you're probably like, what is that monstrosity on your right hand? Yeah, I filmed it and I deleted it right away because I know that they look a hot mess. I was trying to like keep my hand out of the frame, like my right hand out of the frame as much as possible, because I was like, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want somebody to be like, what the hell is that on your right hand? Yeah, it was going well until it wasn't. So there was supposed to be a video on it, but I decided to film this instead. And the second thing I need to get out the way is when I was doing the refill and I'm like, as I'm filing right now, I noticed like how weirdly shaped some of these nails were. So if you see a bit of craziness going on, just mind your business. I'm just kidding, but just turn a blind eye basically. So what I'm doing here is I'm going in with a hand file just to bring back some of the square shape that I might have lost. Question for anyone that gets their nails done. If you get your nails done, like, let's say coffin or square, do you realize over time they start getting rounded, or is it just me? I just need to know. I really need to know, but that's why I'm doing this, because my corners were rounded just slightly. Now here I go with these same Tide stickers.
Again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
I promise you, this is not all what my channel is going to be about. I think this is my last time doing this. Then I'm going to start doing like a lot of things I've had my eye on. Like, someone commented the Aurora nails. I want to do like the swirl milkshake type of nails. Like, those look so fun to do. I'm going to do a lot better things. I just really wanted to get a whole bunch of these out the way because I don't see very much of it on YouTube, so I'm gonna be the one to do it, I guess. I'm just kidding. But I basically just wanted to do the same nails I had like the ones I just took off. But I didn't have any more of the black LV stickers, and I just had like the rainbow ones, so I just picked blue because I have a wedding tomorrow. But when you're watching this, it won't be that. It will be, who knows, I'm not doing the math. But I picked blue because my dress is blue, so why not? But if you guys have any other nail things you want me to try, I'll do it because I'm running out of ideas. I mean, an idea comes to me like once every 2 weeks, literally. Oh, and I have another question. If you made it this far into the video, if you are here, do you guys hear a difference from like the beginning part of the video and the end part? And by difference, I mean like a difference in energy, because I can hear it, and it's like I feel like I get warmed up towards the end of my video, and like the bubbly side starts coming out just a tiny bit, because behind the camera I'm like a part-time crackhead, so it's like a lot of me is like, you can't get on YouTube and be like that whilst you're trying to show people how to do nails. Like it doesn't mix. I don't know, I just feel like it wouldn't make any sense for me to be so hype, so I kind of just bring it down so that I can explain and people can like actually take something away from it. But just let me know. This is the design, obviously. It's the same as the last one, but just blue. But again, let me know what you think. Do you prefer the black? Do you prefer the blue? But if you like this, like, comment and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Oh, and I need to say the next one's going to be like hair videos. It's just going to be 2 and then I'll be back to nails. But again, thanks for watching.